Hello and welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 408. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is Thursday, September the 20th.
That is true.
2018.
Hey, the fair's going on. That's why I was kind of late getting here.
Oh, the traffic.
Yeah. There's a big statewide fair?
It's like a regional, Mid-South fair.
And it's in between my house and Leslie's house.
Yeah.
So.
And there's really only one, unless you want to add half an hour to the trip.
There's only one way to go, yeah.
We are late recording this week. I've been on call, and there just has not been time to make it work, so.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're fine. I got a nap, so. Golden. And I'm off call. So, knitting.
Knitting.
This is a knitting show. Would you like to go? Or would you
Sure, I can go. I am knitting on little sock arms. It is a really cool pattern. It's a sweater pattern that's knit from the bottom up. So this is the body of the sweater. And it is almost at where I want it to be. I'm getting it to 15 inches.
This is for a child.
It is. This is for my niece, Julia. So I'm getting the body to 15 inches, and then it separates for the sleeves, and the sleeves are picked up from the top down and work their way down in kind of a contiguous manner.
So you do the body bottom up, and you put that on a holder or something.
Yeah.
And then you do top down until the join, and then do you graft it?
No. You do the body all the way up. You finish the body.
Oh.
And then you pick up the sleeves and work your way down.
Oh, okay. So it's bottom up all the way through the body. It's just the sleeves that you pick up and do top down. Okay. That was my confusion.
There you go. And so that's the self-striping that's going with it.
Oh, okay.
So that's Desert Vista Dye Works. This was the one that you got for doing all 12 months last year.
Oh, cool.
So I thought it went well, and Julia liked it, so.
Grays and grays.
Grays and grays and grays. So I like it.
Grays for old days.
That would be amazing. So it is right about the point for the sleeve divide. I have less than an inch to go. And I'm just knitting round and round. This is Leading Men Fiber Arts in the Prom Queen colorway. And then this is the Desert Vista Dye Works in an exclusive colorway for last year for finishing her 12-month stuff knit along. And that is living. I have this much left of the first skein. This much. The total use of the pink for this size is supposed to be 490 yards, and the skein is 490 yards. So I don't know that I'll get through the body on this because I did do a significant size swatch. But I have a second cake.
The other size will be smaller.
Yep, and the other size only takes 425 yards. So it should be good. And I am adding half an inch of length to it. Half an inch of length, yeah. So it calls for the 10.5 to be 14.5 inches long, and I'm going to 15 because my nieces are pretty tall girls. So that is that. It's being knit on size 4 needles, and the ribbing at the bottom was knit on size 2 needles. So round and round and round. The stitch marker is from Bling Your String, and I'm knitting those on Addy needles because I had the issue with the Likes that I had to send back to Amazon, which one of our viewers said Amazon gets the seconds of the
I read that.
Lickas,
yeah.
So I don't know, but Amazon was good and took them back and credited my account as soon as I dropped them off to be mailed. This is a Chicken Boots bag. It's the Sprinter, and it's Harry Potter themed. And it's the year 3, which is Prisoner of Azkaban, which is my favorite of the Harry Potter books. Leslie and I were just discussing it. It's got this cool zipper pocket right there that I'm using to store some stitch markers and other essential stuff. So, and it's got a cute little handle. It's actually a little bit too big for the project I'm using it for, and a flat bottom. I don't know how I get stuff so dirty so quickly, but there you go. The only other project that I have going on is somewhere. Oh, there it is. This is my Judgey Rabbit Bag. And that is my, and the bag is from Fat Squirrel Fibers.
It's an old one, right?
Yeah, it's several years old. And this is another Harry Potter themed thing. It is, a pair of socks that I'm knitting out of Nomadic Yarns in the Bellatrix colorway. And I'm almost ready to put in the waist yarn for the second heel. And then I'll just zip up and I'll finish that up and I'll be good to go. I think that might be what I work on this afternoon. I have a decent amount of yarn left right now, so definitely enough to do heels. This is her sport weight, so I get to knit it on size 1 needles, which makes me super happy, and not zeros or double zeros. So that's cool. And after this, I have some Knit Spin Farm, some Targhee Sport from her that I'm gonna start on for socks. So that's it for me.
Can you drag it out for another minute?
Trying to think what else is going on.
Anything that you want to cast on heels, soon?
I am going to cast on that squeeze box, Kyle, out of the Handspun. I'm going to cast that on tomorrow, hopefully, to take to Vicksburg. We are going to the Vicksburg Fiber Fun and the Sip event. We will not be making the podcaster meetup because it's at 8 a.m.
And it's a 3+ hour drive for us.
That's early.
And I'm sorry, I just don't love anybody that much. I just don't.
So wake up at 4:30 to go to an event.
It's not going to happen.
I'm driving down. We're taking my car, so you could sleep on the way down. You could just bring a pillow.
No, it's fine. I mean, I just don't expect me to be super social. Laura's used to me in the morning, so...
I know, to make sure that you have a soda.
Yeah.
Like, that is the first. I'm going to go buy soda tomorrow before we even leave. That is the first thing. Do you want to meet at my house? Like, you drive to my house, and then we'll just get on 55 and pick up Eloise and go from there. We just need to figure out a time to leave. So we'll be walking around Fiber Fun and the Sip in Vicksburg. It's the first time they've had this event.
Yeah.
And if you see us, come say hi. I'm going to try to remember to bring tape measures.
Yeah, we've got some swag I'll bring.
And yeah, make sure you say hello. There's going to be a bunch of good vendors. There's some of our favorite people.
Yeah, it looks great, actually, for Mississippi Fiber Festival. I'm excited.
I think she went and recruited from the Dallas Festival, so there's a lot of, like, big-name people from, like, Chicago, Illinois, Louisiana. We know 2 vendors from New Orleans, Kentucky. Deep Dyed Fibers will be there.
Yeah. There's a lot of big-name folks going, so...
Forbidden Fiber will be there. She just moved to Memphis.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
And I think y'all scared her away because I didn't go to that particular night. I wasn't feeling well.
You weren't feeling
well.
well.
I had a bad headache that night or something, and she only went the one night.
She does live quite a ways
I
away.
know.
She lives out by the Olympic stadiums where we went for
Millington. Yeah. Okay, so for me, knitting, I was knitting on a Nympho shawl, which was a knitty pattern.
Yeah.
Out of these 2 fiber optic, the gradient, single skein gradients. I forget what they're called.
She went from the gradient boxes to unified gradients.
Unified gradient, there we go. So, this is the blue raspberry colorway, and then
pretty.
The other, I forget what it's called, but it's just black. Which looks great, but is not excellent to knit with at night for my old eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was knitting this Nympho shawl, but I just couldn't get into the flow of it, so I pulled it out, and I cast on this Making Clouds shawl.
Pretty.
Which is, it's in the sort of trend now of the sort of asymmetrical triangle, where it starts with like a few stitches, and then it goes until you've got several hundred. Is it short road? No. And then on the end, you've got the sort of drop stitch wavy look to it. So this was a pay for pattern. I want to say it was $5. Very easy so far, but I'm only on the very beginning.
So I want to see it.
So
Where is it?
This is...
Oh, so you're doing that as the main color, and not the gradient.
And the because this part is the small part, so it ends up wrapped up in the bigger part, and I wanted the color of the bigger part to show.
Yeah.
So, so right now it's just
A black triangle?
A black triangle where you increase one stitch every 2 rows. So, yeah, and every animal hair in my house, I think, has attached itself to this.
That's a cashmere blend, right?
It is a cashmere blend.
That's going to be nice.
So, I've got, luckily, I don't have to count stitches every row. I can just count garter ridges. It makes it a little easier.
Yeah, that's nice.
Although you need good light to do it because, you know, black.
You could put in markers every 20 or so.
Yeah, you could. I've got another, like, 15 ridges to go before I start incorporating the other color.
Okay.
So, it's very easy because...
That made me just think of, like, Ruffles have ridges.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that commercial?
Yeah, for the chips.
Yes.
Yeah, so nothing super fancy. It's a black triangle right now.
It matches what you're wearing?
Yeah. And that is living in, I think this is a Madder root bag?
Yeah, you got that at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Gwen picked it up for me, yeah. Because I did not actually go to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
That made me sad.
For the whole 3 hours that you were there.
That was a nice trip.
So that's one of the things I've been working on. The other thing that I've been working on...
oh, your sweater.
Yeah, this weekend Laura and I watched the last of the...
it was very sad.
Beastmaster, Ultimate Beastmaster.
Although The Rock's doing a version.
I'm super... That's like Titan something?
Titan Games.
Yeah.
It comes out in January.
I'm on board for that.
There you go.
I'm sure that shocks you. So I am alternating every row at this point. Because I didn't alternate at the beginning, but now I'm alternating. And maybe it'll look terrible. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care.
We can't tell because you haven't held it up
I'll
yet.
hold it up in a second. So this is Two Guys Yarn Company. They're one of the folks that will be at...
Vicksburg. It's just David. No Gene.
Oh, no Gene?
He's at Dana's events the same weekend.
Oh, Into the World?
Yeah.
No,
Into the Wool.
Into the Wool.
Into the Wool. Holly's going there. I have her picking up ply for me from House of Yarn.
Cool.
Yes.
I have a credit card randomly in this bag. I don't know how that happened.
That's exciting.
So clearly, security is a huge thing for me.
It's because you don't use a purse usually. You just shove your wallet.
I think
in
that I used it to sign up for an embroidery monthly thing.
Yeah.
And I just forgot to put it back in my wallet.
Yeah.
Remind me to give you money for sushi before you go.
I bought Leslie sushi for dinner.
I have cash.
I'm her sushi mule.
I had to mow the lawn because it was looking terrible.
And Leslie lives in the type of neighborhood where
my neighbors will come knock on the door.
On the next door app, they're like,
those people over on that road. Yeah. So this is my sweater. It's gotten a pretty good amount since last week. Let's see. Here's my little progress pig from last week.
Oh yeah, you've made tons of progress.
So, maybe 7 or 8 inches.
I'm glad you're alternating skeins though.
It looks darker when I'm alternating skeins. So all of this part up to about here was all one skein. And then I started alternating. And it looks darker here.
But there's darker sections up there too.
Yeah. It could just be because I'm using more stitches on the needle at this point.
Could be.
I am modifying this to have a little bit of waist shaping. It has no shaping whatsoever in the pattern. And it says that. I mean, that's not a fault of the pattern. That's just the way it's designed. But my body shape is not this. My body shape is very much this. So I'm adding a little bit of shaping. I didn't add any decreases. I'm just adding some increases.
That's what I did with my green sweater, and I like that a lot.
So, like every 8 rows, I'm adding 4 stitches.
I don't need it form-fitting right here. Like, if it would skim over that line, we're good.
So, yeah, I don't know why I put that marker there. I feel like it was there for a reason, but I can't remember what the reason was.
It's exciting.
Because I put it on at your house.
Because
I needed like 8 inches
12,
from this point.
8? I can't remember.
I think it was 8 inches from this point.
Yeah, we totally, yes.
Because I tried it on.
Discussion that we had.
At Laura's house. Because these were clicks. And so with clicks, it has a little extender bar in the set. So you could just put the extender bar in, put on another long cord, and then try it on. You don't have to take it off and put it on tubing or anything, or waste yarn.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I really like the clicks, personally. I don't really have any problem with them coming undone or anything.
I need to use mine more often.
I just prefer metal, so that's why.
Yeah.
You know.
I love my I mean, most of what I knit on is Addies, but the needles I have I'm using right now.
But they're usually fixed.
They are usually fixed, just because when I was in my early 20s, I was buying a lot of fixed Addies. Yeah. Because that's what was available 18 years ago.
You're old, I get it.
Mm-hmm. I'm old enough that substitute teachers at my school, I've taught like 90% of them.
Now I'm just remembering the kids screaming at you again. It's just making me laugh.
I got cussed out at work this week.
Yeah, about like a 12-year-old. And it's like, for me, I don't know, but if you ever see pictures of crying babies with Santa and that makes you laugh, for me, that makes me laugh. Which is, I mean,
Leslie enjoys it when I get cussed out at work.
I'm a terrible human, and I like a little bit of Schadenfreude, I guess. But just hearing about, like, being there, it probably wouldn't have been as funny.
It was pretty amusing.
But hearing about it, this kid screaming about her and how much he dislikes her, but he used much stronger language, it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because I'm a terrible human. But that's okay.
There's that.
So yeah, this sweater, I'll probably take it with me to knit on during the trip.
Yeah.
Because it's just miles and miles of stockinette with an increase every 8 rows.
That sounds perfect.
So, plus I can show it to David.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, I mean, I assume dyers like to see when you're working with their stuff. But
I feel like they do. I feel like there's a whole, like, Stitches West thing that happens where if you, like, bring us, or some people do, like, if you wear something out of their yarn in their booth, they'll take pictures and post it. Lady Men does that.
Oh, cool.
And some other people.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Good marketing, good customer building.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, that's it. I sort of have a finished object. Kinda.
Yeah, I want to see.
I forget what the name of this pattern is. Sorry. It's a free one. It's in my library on Ravelry. I'll try to remember to look it up before I post the episode.
It's a split back cap.
Yeah, it's just a simple split back hat.
For a toddler?
Yeah. I did like the 3-month size, but I did it
that is not
without a gauge swatch or anything because I knew it would end up bigger and whatever, babies' heads will grow. So, it can almost fit me. Oh, it can fit me. It's a little short, but it could fit me.
There you go.
And I did a little pom-pom, but I need to trim up the pom-pom. It's a little bit too big. So I need to trim it a little, pom-pom it, and then put it on top of the hat.
Just pom-pom it.
It was a free pattern. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I'll try to remember to look it up and put it in the show notes.
It doesn't have ties.
No, that's just the cast on.
I totally thought it had ties.
That's just from the cast on. I need to wind it up, or
weave in the ends.
There you go. That's the word.
I think I would like it better with ties.
Yeah, but I'm always wary of putting ties on baby hats, you know?
Yeah.
Although it's not really baby size.
No, but even toddlers, they get caught in things.
I'm just wary.
My phone couldn't even make it into my car without losing its little thing on the backside today, so I lost my, what are those called?
Pop socket.
Pop socket. Makes me sad. After 2 of my kids yesterday told me we were pop socket twins.
Aww.
No, we won't be. We're gonna have to try to find that same pop socket, I guess. I don't know.
They sell them at Joann's, but I don't remember which one you have.
The Galaxy one. But they also sell Harry Potter ones. So
priorities.
There's that. They sell them at Target. I don't know that I would trust the Joann's ones are not pop socket brand.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
They sell them at the cash register. Well, at ours, I saw them.
Maybe.
They're priced pop socket brand.
But I bet you I have like a 60% off coupon. I gave the rest of my Joann's gift card. I had like a $15 gift card that I'd spent $7 on. Because so next week is dress up week for homecoming at my school.
Oh, it was this week.
For Kobe?
Yeah. I was supposed to get him a t-shirt and I forgot.
Oh.
Whoops.
Bad mother. So It's next week for us, and one of the days is Twin Days, and it's all Wizard of Oz themed.
Oh.
So, like, Don't Sleep with the Poppies is one of them, and you can wear pajamas.
Oh, okay. Is the Care Bear suit coming out?
I think the Care Bear suit. It depends. If it's warm, the Care Bear suit is not coming out, because that thing's warm. But yoga pants will be coming out. What else? Anyway, one day is like Twin Day. I can't remember what the thing is with that. And so my coworker who's got the Cricut machine, she's got like the Cricut expressions. She's making us all T-shirts, like iron-on vinyl T-shirts that say I'm the witch in, or something about witches, and then she'll put your like classroom number on it. And so I'm the one in the library. So I ordered a T-shirt on Amazon, because even though they're cheaper at like Walmart or Joann's, I don't have to leave my house. And this week I knew I was putting in some like 12-hour days, so not having to worry about getting a T-shirt. See if you had ordered one for Kobe on Amazon.
Well, he wants a school-themed one.
Oh.
They sell them at like CVS and Walgreens here.
Walgreens.
So I might run out and grab one after we're done.
Yeah.
I'll have to wash it tonight, though.
Meh.
Yeah, I know.
He's a boy. He wouldn't care.
Okay, so that's it for me. Do you have any finished things?
I do not.
But you have
spinning. I have a good bit of spinning, because I forgot some of my spinning last week. So I have 3 finished skeins, one of which has not been washed. The first 2 that have been washed, the first one that I finished is...
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, good. Knit Spin Farm in the Gemstones. It was little batlings that I then chain plied, but each batling had like a little bit of the next color in it, so it really faded. And it's 98 yards of a bulky.
That's pretty.
Thank you. And it was a set of batlings that I had won in her Tour de France, Tour de Fleece. So yeah, I was quite happy with those. They're not perfect, but
it doesn't matter. And
Navajo ply kind of shows more imperfections than other types of plying, because you're plying back on a single.
Something happened there.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Again,
I like to point out your flaws.
Imperfections.
If I wanted it perfect, I would buy it from, a machine.
It just it crinkled up on itself.
Yeah.
I think it'll fade out with time. We'll see. I can probably untwist it a little bit with my hands. That's a cool thing that you can do. But once I knit it, I don't think you'll see it. So anyway, it was 2.75 ounces, 98 yards. Chain ply. Chain ply is not my preferred way of plying. I don't like it because I get impatient and I don't want to let my singles rest for days like you should. To kind of let the energy chill out. Also, I add lots of energy to my singles.
You do.
So for me, it's more of a interesting endeavor. So that is the first one. There you go. That's the tag is from my sister Beck.
Gusler Designs.
She's Gusler Designs.
I love those stinking tags.
I do too. And they also sell them at
House of Yarn.
Yeah, and Aiden sells them too.
Acreworks.
Yep. And then this is the Smolder.
That turned out gorgeous.
It is Falkland. This is going to Kim. This was last month's Patreon prize. It is 280 yards of a 2-ply. I think I fractal spun it, which means I divided one section into thirds and left the other section just long stripes of colors. And so those two mash up and they form more of a barber pole.
It's a very, campfire color.
Yeah,
I
Smolder.
dig it, yeah.
Yep. I'm kind of wishing that I had kept it, but I like it a lot. I like that there's this, dark blue in it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me super happy. So that's a 2-ply. And then this is the one that has not been washed. It is Tall Tales. It's a merino. It's a super soft merino, but you can tell it hasn't been washed because it's got a lot of more twisty bits that will come off. You lose around, 30% of the twist? I think so once you wash it. So, This is just a 2-ply. It was fractal spun.
I was telling
It's
Laura
gonna have
earlier.
a lot of twists.
It's a very Hello Yarn color.
Pop it. That muddy orangish brown.
Yeah.
So it is
It's a pretty color,
a little
but
bit.
it is a very recognizably Hello Yarn color.
And it will this is this month's Patreon prize. It is 270 yards of a 2-ply.
Sorry if you can hear my dog wailing in the background. My husband is out of town this week, so he has been very attached to me.
When does Michael come back? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow evening, yeah.
You will be so happy.
He will. He probably won't let me sleep in the bed because he'll be like...
The dog won't?
Yeah.
I was like,
not my husband.
So, those are the 3 finished skeins. The smolder won't count for House Cup because it was started before the start of the month. So that'll be detention for that. And then I have 2 other things on the wheel. I made Leslie give me back one of my bobbins because I needed it. So, literally things surprised me. And I have been spinning and knitting those pumpkin hats. Mm-hmm. And so I was looking for superwash merino in orange, like a semi-solid orange. And she did some, because she does fiber occasionally. And she sent it to me.
That's very nice.
It was very nice. So it's kind of hard to see with the shadow of my hands.
Yeah, so this one is a little brighter than the other 2, but I think that'll make a really interesting meld.
Yeah.
Once you ply it together.
So the way I divided the fiber was I just, I didn't strip it down and divide it into thirds. I just chunked it into thirds. So,
he's crying. I'm sorry.
This is an Acreworks bobbin.
I'm sorry, I gotta let him in. He's crying. It hurts me.
It's tonal orange, 4.3 ounces of the superwash merino. It's been knitterly things, and I love that she put on there. It's so fluffy! And then the last thing. He's very excited to see you. Did you think I left? Hi, come in Leslie's seat. Neelix.
Laura's talking.
Hey, come here. Dude, you jump on me all the time and make yourself a royal pain. And the one time I'm calling you and actually want you to approach me. Whatevs. And then the last fiber. Hi!
Yes, baby, I see you.
The last fiber is a little bit more flyaway. It is a merino Firestar blend, 70/30 for, in the Moonshine colorway from Spotted Circus. She does some really interesting blends.
Yeah, she's got a podcast too.
Yeah, and so it's this, it did get like all over my yoga pants yesterday. It's this like white with rainbow stellina, and no picture is going to do it justice.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Super subtle and really, really pretty, especially in natural light. So merino and Firestar, and it's spinning up like this. And all these are being spun on my woolly winder flyer of my Lendrum, upright, and then plied on my mini spinner, my Hanson mini spinner. Hi. So those are the projects I have going on. I have 3 finished items for House Cup, class-wise. This would be 4, the orange would be 5. I try to do 6 classes a month, so I'm right on there. If I do the cowl, the squeeze box cowl out of the hand spun, then I'll be right on where I need to be.
Yeah, when you mentioned casting it on earlier, I was like, I bet it's for a Harry Potter thing.
It is, but I want it because it's Halloween. Oh, the Halloween Craft All the Things will start October 1st. I'm going to try to get a chatter thread up this week, and it will end the 31st of October. We're just going to make it for the month of October. Usually we start mid-September, but life's been busy, and we have other knit-alongs going on as well, the striped sock knit-along, so I think you all can still enjoy your Halloween for the month of October. Yeah. I did wear Halloween leggings to work earlier this week because I had put out my outfit on Tuesday to wear to work, and I popped in the shower, and when I came out, Humberto had vomited all over it.
He didn't want you to leave.
He also vomited on some yarn this week, which is super fun, but it's washed and clean now. So that's it, and all my stuff came over in my Super Summer Knit Together bag for this year.
Unless you think Humberto is sick. He's not. He's just vengeful.
He also gets hairballs quite a lot, and he does get hairball treats and hairball food. But he is a Maine Coon, so...
He is an old man.
He is an old man. He's 17? 17-ish. So, that's what we think. That's what we remember.
Hey, get out of the trash.
Trash is delicious, Mommy.
Yeah. Okay.
Come here, Neelix. Come here.
Okay, so if you get grossed out easily, this isn't like really terrible or anything, but I'm just gonna forewarn you. We had to get a trash can with a lid for our bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because Neelix, the dog, likes to take out Michael's used Q-tips that he uses to clean his ears and eat them because they taste like Michael.
You're so gross.
And there's only so many times I can come across that before I'm just too grossed out to continue. So yeah, now we foiled your plans to eat anything that has touched Daddy.
Aw, life is terrible for Neelix. Yeah. Did you get any spinning done?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually didn't get a ton of crafting done this week besides Saturday at Laura's.
Well, you were on call.
On call is always unpredictable, but Monday and Tuesday together, there's 48 total hours in those days, and I worked 36 of them. So I was wiped, and then Wednesday, I was just trying to like catch up, like get back into a rhythm. So I just didn't have as much crafting time as I would have liked this week.
Did you get any reading time in?
A little bit. So I finished Raven Song, which is the second in the Green Creek, I think it's called Green Creek series.
TJ
Clune.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I want to add a Mick before his name always, and I don't know why.
Very
Did you like
good.
it?
Yes.
I actually think I like that better than the first one.
It's all the feels, but it was very good. And, you know, they left it open for the third, so that's good.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm re-listening to the Hidden Legacy series by Alana Andrews because, again,
I like that one.
I was on call. I just wanted something that I could listen to while trying to fall asleep and not have to worry about missing anything. And, but earlier in the week, I had started listening to a sci-fi book called Linesman by S.K. Dunstall.
Does Mommy taste delicious?
I do.
Tails taste delicious, too.
Which is about, it's very difficult to describe, but it's about, I can't describe it. I put a link in the show notes if you're interested in science fiction and interstellar, like, travel and that sort of thing. It's one to check out. I haven't even finished the first book, and there's 3 in the series, and I can already tell I'll definitely listen to all 3. Good. It's a really interesting concept. So, anyhow. What about you?
I started a new audiobook today because I finished my Patricia Briggs Alpha Omega, the last book in that series, which I enjoyed. I had already read it, so I was just listening to it. But there's a new kids series called the Unicorn Rescue Society, which sounds super lame. But I really like the author. It's Adam Gidditz, and he did it's not a young adult book. It's a middle grade book, but it's an older middle grade book called The Inquisitors Tale. That was, I believe, a Newbery Honor a couple of years ago. I might be wrong. But it was getting a lot of buzz for that regardless. And it's a really interesting take on Canterbury Tales. Mm-hmm. I like it when people take traditional things and kind of twist it. Like the Graveyard Book is a twist to the Jungle Book. That's what I'm book talking this week. Because it's got the best opening ever of a book. And I love Neil Gaiman.
I do too, but I wasn't a huge fan of the Graveyard Book.
I like the way he writes it. Like
the Ocean at the End of the Lane. Actually, wasn't a huge fan of that one either.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
But it's good for teaching. If you teach writing based on reading, looking at what authors do and kind of stealing those ideas for your own writing. It starts off with there was a hand in the darkness and it held a knife. Mm-hmm. So it's a good way of starting. But I like those ones that kind of twist more classic concepts, like the traditionally taught canon. So Inquisitor's Tale is really good on that. And he also does Tales Dark and Grim, which is a twist of the Grimm's Fairy Tales. So this is more of... It sounds super lame, like Unicorn Rescue Society, like Wonder Pets type-y thing. But it's not. It's the first one actually takes place in New Jersey, and they find the Jersey Devil. They find a baby Jersey Devil. So it is a lower middle grades novel. I would say, like, ages 8 to 12 maybe. But it's cute. I think it'll be good for some reluctant readers. The character ends up moving to New Jersey like 3 weeks into the school year, and he's like, I can't make any friends because I've moved here too late, type thing. So it's very relatable. And of course his first day of school is a field trip to the Jersey Pine Barrens. So he's got that going for him. So that's the Unicorn Rescue Society. And I'm reading Stormrunner, which is a new book that came out Tuesday. It is upper middle grade young adult. Rick Riordan, who did the Lightning Thief series, has created like his own publishing division of Disney. And what he's doing is, because he was getting a lot of requests for mythology based books that are not in his wheelhouse. Like his wheelhouse is definitely like Greek, Roman, Norse. And then he tried Egyptian, but I don't feel like that series was as successful. So he has all these authors who are more native to those cultures telling their writing stories based on that mythology, and this one's Mayan mythology. So the main character's father is Mexican, and he's never met him, and he's got one leg that's shorter than the other, and lives near a volcano, a dormant volcano, that he explores with his dog, who's only got 3 legs. Named Rosie, I think. I'm like only a couple chapters in. I was trying to squeeze in some reading today at work, which was not super successful. I read on my lunch break, but I still got constantly interrupted, so maybe 10 minutes of continuous reading, which it is what it is. It's 10 minutes more than I thought I was going to get. So I'm enjoying it so far, and I cannot remember the author's name, but it's called Stormrunner. So, and it's the Rick Riordan. If you type in Rick Riordan Presents, it's actually the second book that his publishing house has published.
It's cool that he's an author that's helping get other authors.
Yes, I love Uncle Rick. He's super fun. He's one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter, too. So that's about it for me. You were so busy you didn't get your Stash stuff up, so we'll discuss that another time.
Sorry. I know we keep putting it off. There was no time this week.
We pulled the prize for the striped sock knit along last week, and I had opened a thread for this month's FO thread. Is already open for once. Yay, go me. It's only the 20th of the month. I think I opened it like on the 14th.
Yeah, it's been at least a week. Right, get down, sweetheart.
So that's open. We are going to do some Patreon live stream silliness.
Next week it'll be Saturday the 29th, and we sent out a poll to our Patreon folks. Patreon, by the way, is a way that you can support creators. You basically pledge to donate $1 an episode or $2 an episode or whatever. There are different levels that you can sign up for. If you're interested in supporting us on Patreon, there is a link in the show notes. There is a link on our main group page, and there's a link on Ravelry. And there's a link on the front page of TheKnitGirlls.com. But we are going to do some sort of like live craft attempt. Not a knitting thing, something else. And it's going to be Saturday the 29th at 1 p.m. That has the most votes right now, like 34%. And the next closest is like low 20s. So I'm pretty sure that that's what it'll end up being, is 1 p.m.
Are we going to let people vote on the craft that we're going to do?
Yes, that'll go out tomorrow at the very latest, so you'll have a week to vote on what you'd like to see us attempt and probably fail spectacularly at. And what else? So we have a Patreon drawing to do, and I think aside from that, that's all I've got.
I've been getting some PMs about SSK. We are still getting teachers. We're sending out contracts. They raised rates a little bit again at Scarrett Bennett, so we're trying to adjust for that.
Yeah, so
and get all the number crunching
for both on-site and day pass will go up a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean it'll be somewhere between like $15 and $30, somewhere in that range. It's just the food cost went up, so we have to. That goes to everybody, whether you're on site or not. You pay the same for food. So, all right. Let's pull for Patreon.
Yeah. So the Handspun prize is going to be that purple Tall Tales. This one. But still needs a bath, so it won't be sent out right away.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and pick a number?
Yes. Let me get my poor phone without its pop socket. It's very sad.
Poor baby.
It is very sad.
So that to enter to win that, you just have to donate $3 or more per episode. So our numbers, for most of our giveaways, we share the screen so you can see us drawing. This one has got personal information for our donators, so we don't share the screen. You just have to trust us. So it will be between 133 and 173. So pick a number between those. Laura uses random.org.
Yep.
To pick a number.
134.
Oh, wow, that's the second one. Let's go back up. That is Ann Burke. And,
oh, cool.
Ann Burke is
that is a familiar name.
Maine? No.
Massachusetts.
Her street name is Braintree. That's funny.
I'm going to go ahead and highlight that.
Yeah, I'm going to. So let me highlight this so I don't forget who this goes to. And then for our yarn winner, I wanted to give away this bag. This is from Imonish. Gosh, I'm sorry, I never pronounce her name right.
Hopkins
Studio. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Like, and so I got this at not SSK 2018, but SSK 2017.
But it's been sitting unused.
Well, no, I didn't get it for me. I bought it especially for a giveaway.
Gotcha.
It sort of got buried. So, it's a really cool print.
It's a Tula pink print.
And it's got this notions pouch on the outside with a little snap.
Cute.
Which is really cool. I don't think she names her bag styles, or if she does, I just don't know them off the top of my head. It's got a pretty contrasting fabric as well, and it does sit flat. It's just folded in. And yeah, so it's got her little Hopkins sewing studio down there. So this will go for the $250 range, and so that will be
$2.50.
Yes,
yeah.
$250 an episode. Get out there and support us, y'all. All right, so that was a joke, by the way. So between the numbers 57 and 132. I know, baby. It's my dog whining, sorry.
118.
118 is Rachel, whose last name I'll pronounce incorrectly. Chillikotowski. Rachel lives in PA.
Yes, Philly.
So Rachel, I will
Philly
get this
people represent.
Shipped out to you. Let me highlight this so that I don't lose you. All right.
Perfect.
Do you have anything else? No, we are going to be at Fiber Fun in the SIP. Is that right?
Yeah.
The Fiber Festival at Vicksburg
Festival
this weekend, which is it'll be the 22nd of
And if you see us, come
September.
say hey.
Yeah.
Amy Florence says she wishes she was coming because she's run out of pens. I was like, yes, that is a trip.
I need to
the
send
United States to get pens.
Yeah. I go through those because I use them to play my little dragon game on my tablet, and eventually the little thing rips at the end.
The rubber stylus.
Yeah, the little rubber stylus rips at the end.
We should get you a real stylus.
I know. So yeah, that's it. Sorry this episode was late this week, but life happens. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, everyone. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.